Evaluating interviewees. Assessing the fit of a candidate is like finding that perfect pair of brown peep-toed heeled Louis Vuittons. It's got to be the right mix of functionality and style. Does the candidate have the skill set? Will they fit in with the culture of the institution? Will their personality mix well with the team? Is their name Kevin? I'm really trying to get this guy hired. And of course, we want to be cautious and aware of candidates who seem full of BS. Full of bogus statements, that seem over-prepared or rehearsed. We also want to assess their professionalism because that matters too. We don't want someone who can't take anything seriously, like someone who is constantly making jokes out of everything. Actually, let's come back to that one. But we do want to look at their dress, their demeanor, as well as the quality of their interview work sample. And of course, to keep things objective, we want to have the same high standards for our internal candidates as for our external candidates. So an internal candidate would absolutely not get a free pass, if they showed up in cut-off jean shorts. They would get a high five from me, but definitely not a pass. Fine. Now we finally select the final finalist. Generally, it's recommended that the highest scoring candidate is selected, as long as the highest scoring candidate finalist is Kevin. Just joshing. It's actually Josh. However, there may be occasions where the highest scoring candidate will not actually fit with the culture. If this is the case, contact your HR consultant and explain the situation. You might say, yeah, they scored really high, but we just can't get past the cutoff jean shorts. That would be really distracting, you know what I mean? And just so you know, HR won't make an offer of employment until the selected candidate has a background check, a sex offender check, and a check yourself before you wreck yourself check, which is not an actual check, just a blatant overuse of the word check so we can check it off our checklist. Good grief, that's annoying. I think my brain is broken. Let me check. Yep, it is. Also, the final candidate's references will need to be contacted, and approval will need to be given by the finance department, the executive vice president, and the president. At this point, you might be thinking, what is my role in finalizing the hire? You weren't thinking that? Well, let's cover it anyway. Here are your dues. Take necessary steps to finalize in NeoGov. After HR informs you that the selected candidate has accepted the offer, inform internal candidates that they were not selected for the position. I know this is going to be a very tough conversation to have with Kevin, but just rip that Band-Aid right off. If an external candidate contacts you, provide them with feedback if possible. While it's not your job to coach candidates that didn't get an offer, honest feedback can help them in their next interview. You might tell a candidate, for example, hey, next time maybe don't eat soup while interviewing. I mean, the conference room still smells like clam chowder. And now your don'ts. Don't have conversations with others outside of the committee. I feel like I might have mentioned that once or 10 times before. During the interview process, also be careful not to imply a candidate is being selected. Kevin, need I say anything else? And be careful not to imply an offer of employment. So no winking at candidates while nudging them with your elbow, saying things like, I think you did a really, really great job here. They may take that the wrong way. Plus, it's pretty creepy.